left and right, buzz like crazy. Everybody's trying to stimulate it. Spiders in the mirror and things can't be right. Back to the scene of a Friday night. To a blessed collision, still frozen time. Spill a drink and stupid in the sound of our first time. And why did you argue? Dreaming of those eyes, the best part of my life. And when we make love, baby, I wouldn't make a sound. Clock won't turn around. Slowing things down when I went into race. Pitching up again when you tell me to chase. Feels like we're playing space. Always find a way to make up, right? Even when I'm losing to fly. Even when this is where I'm at. Don't stop and help you to make up. Never enough, baby. Dreaming of those eyes, best part of my life. Smile with love, baby. Don't make a sound like what to run.
Brennan Groce. And we are the Game Changers. Designers, creatives alike. We are in a world that runs on value. Our next designs will be the shiniest. Our next animation will be the most buttery. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Changers, let the games begin. What is going on, guys? Welcome back again, young gentlemen, ladies, Game Changers. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. We have Omar, we have William, Koala, Derek. What's going on, guys? I love the intro. I love it as well. Guys, we have a short time today. I've picked out exactly what we're going to do today. I'm super excited. It's a very small, but also really interesting animation that I saw in Dribble. And I was like, look, listen, GroceBot, this is what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm really excited about it today. So before we get started, I'm really interested in what's going on with you guys. Today's Friday. The weekend is right around the corner. I would love to know what you guys are working on today, or rather excited about for the end of today or moving on into the weekend. We have a lot of interesting things going on in the Game Changers. I know I've said this almost every stream, but me and Gonzalo are working terribly hard on bringing together an ecosystem within the Game Changers Discord to allow you guys to be able to, if you guys chat or if you guys do the actual challenges we have every week, that you guys can actually level up and actually get coins, Game Changer coins, to actually use to purchase things within our digital store, and also even get things like discount codes, things that are in the Patreon dashboard, things like that. There's a lot of cool things, mock-ups. There's a lot of cool things that we're adding to this. So with that said, guys, we got to go on and into the office. We got to get the day started. So let's go on in. I'll see you guys there. Actually, wait, Ratuja, hey, Gene, Lena, Ratuja, glad to see you guys. You guys popped in the chat like last minute. How's your guys' day going? Ugh. All right, just a quick way in. We had to get here nice and smooth, no traffic. GroceBot made sure the roads were clear, you know what I'm saying? But this is my favorite. This is my favorite song. My favorite song. All right, anyway, let's get into the office before I start booking. Anyway, oh, whoa, wow, that was quick. That was very quick. So what's going on? Guillermo, first time here. Well, good sir, welcome. Welcome. Derek says, I'm excited about the new Mortal Kombat trailer. There's a new Mortal Kombat trailer. This is new. We have to check that out. Gene said, what the? Guys, if you're new to this stream, you're welcome to the Game Changers. Do not, if you like my little teleporter, you know, we work very diligently on this. It's so crazy how many people are like, what just happened there? But if you guys are new to the stream, my name is Brandon Groce. We do all of the amazing, first off, we are the Game Changers. And we are a group of individuals who get 1% better each and every day, trying through practice, feedback, and camaraderie to do the best that we can to get closer to our dream careers. Today, we're going to be doing some interesting things. Let me show you. All right. But guys, welcome. Welcome, Michaela, Akil, and Gene. Everybody, welcome to the Game Changers, guys. If you guys are new to this video, or new to me, new to the Game Changers, do not forget, because I almost forgot to say it while we were in the car. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please do not forget to subscribe, whether you're on YouTube or Behance, because we got a lot of interesting things to do today. Now, or just in general, so you guys get notified when we go live. Now, for those of you guys who are new, Gene, Akil, Michaela, question, or even Guillermo, what do you guys do? What type of creatives are you? You guys photographers, you are UX designers, graphic designers, web designers, what have you? We would love to know, and also welcome you to the fam. What's going on, Ramiro and Jameson? Jameson says nice and quiet over here on YouTube. YouTube always tends to be quiet because I pull most of my people, or most of us, over to Behance just because it's easier. And Behance needs like the most love right now. Eventually, hopefully, as Behance continues to get better and better, hopefully we'll just stay in one place. Because the discoverability is still on YouTube. But we'll see. That's why we're streaming on both platforms. But regardless, we're still one big family, regardless if we are separated on two platforms. All right, so let me dive into what I saw, and I was like, yo, we're doing this. So the reason I decided to, and if we have more time, there's a couple other things that I'll show you guys what I've kind of picked for today. This one, because we only have 2 hours, I want to make sure by the end of today, because on Tuesday of this week, I was tripping. I love Adobe Dimension, but before I bring it back onto the stream, I want to make sure I understand the fundamentals of Dimension, and that I don't have you guys sitting there like, so when is Brandon gonna like actually, like, you guys sitting there like trying to watch me do something and it's just like not panning out. So we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna learn how to use it properly so that I can teach you guys how to do it as well, and you guys don't watch me like try to make circles or spheres and mess it up. Anyway. Akil says product manager, but like to get my hands dirty in UI UX for new products. Love it. Guillermo says I'm an industrial designer trying to enter the UX UI business. Well, you guys came to the right place. I don't know how you guys found us, which we would also love to know in the comments down below, but that is awesome. Gene says don't know if it's perfectly English. I'm a French design student. Bruh, that was a perfect sentence. That's better than my English. Michaela says I am a graphic designer and illustrator. Well, you are still in a very awesome place, because in the Game Changers we have all types of creatives, from photographers, graphic designers, illustrators. So we're one big happy family and we help build each other up. When Ramiro was tripping, I really was Ramiro. Yeah, so this is what we're going to, what's going on, Matt Tyler? What's popping? This is what we're going to focus on today. And I will show you guys a couple of other pieces that I really loved. Let me go back here. Let's close this out. So this is what I was planning on doing. And by the way, we have, let's see, 9, 10, 11. I got to jump at 11. So we're still making pretty good time here. But in the next coming weeks, I definitely, and by the way, if you guys are already in our Game Changers Discord, if you guys are on Behance, it's in the links down below. And if you are still on Behance, it's also to the right of you if you guys are interested. I would love for you guys, even on whether it's Tuesday or Friday, you guys can feel free to send submissions or suggestions on what you would like to see reverse engineered. Taurus, my man, we've had him on the what's it called? I was about to say the podcast. We've had him on the live stream before. Amazing designer. We were planning on doing this, but we only have 2 hours. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But I love these other things. The niche is amazing. But alas, let's dive in, see what we can get done, and then we will move on. I think we totally need to do this for next week, because this was awesome. All right. But let us begin. What's going on, Annika? We are starting on this very small, minute animation. We're just going to get I think this is going to be, I say it's going to be simple, but that ring is going to be a pain in the butt. So, let us begin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? And by the way, just PSA, Annika is going to be a guest of ours on the channel on Tuesday of next week. We are putting together, or really breaking down, how she's created an amazing perfume brand. If you guys aren't, just another PSA before we get into this. This is the project that we will be breaking down. Brandon is late today? I'm not late today. It's 9:19. It is 9:19. All right, hold on. Actually, I don't even know how to. Every time I try to look up Annika's stuff. Oh, here we go. We will be breaking down this beautiful perfume brand. I absolutely loved it. I was like, Annika, can you please come on to the live stream and just showcase like how you did the. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Athos or Athos. It's just so beautiful, timeless, and just clean. And I loved how she did her mock-ups here. This was astounding. So she does a lot of amazing things in Adobe Dimension too. So excited for that on Tuesday if you're interested. Same time, 9 a.m. EST. All right. So like I said, we do more than just graphic UI UX here. We also bring on a lot of creative professionals from other areas of life to just make sure that people, all of us creatives, are pushing ourselves in multiple different areas, or just understand what's going on in the world to help us move a little bit forward in what we're trying to master. Okay, but let us begin here. So we're gonna open up a new iPhone X. And if you guys are not currently following Annika on Behance, here is her work in the chat. Ramiro says switching to Behance. Yes, my good sir. All right, so let's try this out. What do we need? All right, I'm gonna, as you guys know, I love taking my screenshots just so I don't have to keep going back and forth, because otherwise my tail would literally be like, I'd be going in and I'd be like, like we're not trying to be, we're trying to be time efficient today, time efficient. Yeah, the font is really nice. I have no idea what it is, but we're gonna have to figure it out. All right, I'm trying to take some of the screenshots of this ripple so that I can very easily, because what I believe is gonna, you know what? We're not gonna just do the phone. We're gonna do the full mock-up, okay? So what we're gonna plan to do here is we're gonna take this mock-up, because I just don't want to do the screen. I want to do the background in addition to the phone. So what I'm gonna do here is, especially guys, I always do things that I have no idea how to do it. I say this, but it didn't work too well with Dimension. And reason being is I'm not proficient in it. I realized the reason why I'm not a master of not knowing what to do and somehow magically figuring it out. I just realized I was very unaware of how proficient I am in XD to be able to not know how to do something, to be able to figure out how to do it. So, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Annika, we are designing this. Hey, what's going on, Rish? I was like, Annika, you've been here like the entire time. I was like, I have no idea what you're missing. All right, so I'm just going to grab, I'm trying to basically just set myself up correctly. That's why I was confused. I was like, Annika, we have been here. I don't know where you have been. I was like, what do you mean we're late? Yeah, I shared your profile and everything. I was telling everybody about what we have planned for next week. You know what I mean? I'm super excited about the, what's it called? Our segment together. And by the way, if you guys have any other, I know there's been some people like Kyle Mack has sent some people my way in regards to having them on the show for our Tuesday segments. If you guys want to have particular guests on that kind of whose style you absolutely love or you want to learn from, definitely also send them in our Discord. I know we have a couple new people in the chat here today. Our Discord has over, I think at the beginning of the week it was 800. It is now 860 new creatives from all over the world, which is absolutely awesome. And if you guys want, just add in the suggestions panel who you want to see, what you would like to see, in really anything else. Like Annika was like, can we have an ask questions section in the server so we don't lose questions in the chat? We got it now. All right. So with that said, if you guys want to join the Discord of many creators from all over the world, traversing the internet to get better each and every day, links down in the description. All right, so let's start off with this gradient in the background. I think this is gonna be pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and steal these colors very quickly just by making swatches here. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these colors and make them a swatch, or swatches for our radial gradient. And now what we're gonna do is move this radial gradient up. See that? Look at that, look, boom. And then we're gonna take this and just push it down just like that. But now I'm gonna take these colors here. I'm gonna add them to my swatch palette. Or I don't know. I'm gonna add them to my swatches. Excellent says Credo. For the stream at Brandon Groce. Excellence, maybe. Chris, we've had him on. I like Chris though, but I'm not saying we would waste his time. I just want to make sure that a lot of what he does is not necessarily yet what I would like to bring to the group. I think it's definitely possible, but I've been thinking, because everybody interviews him. And I want to, if I interview him, I want it to be very, different. And I feel like every time I listen to his interviews, the people who interview him ask the same questions. And I'm like, or even have him on, I'm like, I don't want to be the one that asks the same questions. I don't want to be the one that has the boring interview. So the answer is yes, but not yet. Mac Tyler, it's all in the practice, man. Like, even me, right? I come here every day trying to like practice. Monday was an absolute failure. I was like, it just wasn't working out. You know what I mean? All right, so I think what we need to do for this is thinking instead of doing a stroke, because if we look here, I'm pretty sure if I do two swatches here, guarantee you they're two different blacks. One. Yeah, there's a gradient here, I believe, or maybe it's just optical illusions. 1F. Nope, they're the same one. Optical illusion! Okay, so what we're gonna do then, that's interesting, 'cause it really doesn't look to be the same black though. But Excellence, what would you actually want to hear from Chris Do? Because that's one thing I actually am very interested in, and I'm like, because Chris Do's everywhere. What would you want to hear specifically if we were to do something? What exactly would you want to hear? Because I feel like at this point, he kind of has the same message everywhere he goes. That's why I kind of wanted to do a little bit differently if we bring him on, because we can. I'm curious. All right, let's get the gradients for the inside of this watch. I'm gonna press I, just get boom, go to the bottom, grab this. All right, so now we have for the inside of the watch, I keep calling it a watch, but it's not necessarily a watch. I'm gonna add these to my layer or my palette here. I low-key feel a little like rushed today. And I apologize if that's the case, if that seems the case, because usually I'm joking here, I'm laughing with you guys, asking about what's going on tomorrow. But I just want to make sure that, we're still doing pretty good time. I'm like, I'm like trying to like get all this stuff down, to like get prepared and all this stuff, so you guys have at least something to walk away with today. What's going on, Brett? Dude, how you been? Happy Friday. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can walk away today with something valuable. All right, so I'm gonna add these colors in. And then, all right, so up top, we're gonna make it a little lighter. And instead of linear, I think I wanna do radial. Bring the radial portion up, and we're gonna do kind of what we did with the background. Bring this one down here. What's interesting though, is I'm like, why is it ellipsed? There you go. We gotta make it a circle. Got you. Q&A segment. I think that would be good too. I just want to make sure. I always want to make sure that anytime you have a guest, because he's asked for so much, on his end, it would have to be a unique sort of experience. Because we know it's up in his current circle right now, and he's gotten, from conversations I've heard, he's gotten very tired with jumping on the stream, answering questions, and then just leaving. The man does that literally every day. And he's like, I want something more exciting, something more fun. So that's why, especially when you have guests who are tired like that, who are high profile, you have to make sure, especially if they have legitimately said, I'm tired of doing like this, that you don't pitch them like this. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Muhammad? Wait, hold on. Who forgot it was Tuesday? Jameson, were you saying I forgot it was Tuesday? Yo, what's going on, Ibrahim? X says, plus I think it would be cool to have a design off with you and him and seeing his design thinking process in action. I think those are all good things. I gotta think about that. And reason why I say I gotta think about that is because, especially when you're at that, like I said, there's definitely things, there's reasons why it hasn't been done yet. When you have somebody like that who is extremely expensive in time, they're not trying to be asked to come onto a podcast to do something. It has to be fun for them. You know what I mean? So that's because there's many different ways of doing something. We could totally have him on, but let's say it was really boring for him. He's not going to want to do it again. So it takes a lot of thinking in terms of like, what is something unique that he'd be like, yo, that's awesome, I would love to do it again, when can we do it next? So that's what I have to think about versus, hey, it would be really awesome to have you on. Here's the date. So I have a lot of things to think about in that regard. But we'll see. We'll see. It is a good goal to have. And we will slowly work up. We did have, what's we call it? If you guys are still listening, you guys are probably wondering, if you didn't already know, Design Huddle has a new co-host. Don't know his name. But I do not have the time to continue with Design Huddle. It's been super busy with the live streams, doing contract work, and building relationships outside of, in the education space. I'm really more focused on that. And so, you know, getting guests or people to have on was very challenging. And even like the topics in the morning, I was like, I don't think. It was just a lot. So what is going on here? Oh, here's the blur. Yo, Ibrahim, what's going on? Hey, everyone, how is it going? Been a long time since I watched the stream. Kind of busy these days, thankfully. Ibrahim, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, back in the day, he designed... Jameson's sick of seeing him just talk. Back in the day, he designed stuff and showed his hard skills. Jameson said, I would like to see Chris art direct you and watch you both fumble around to make something cool. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, that's what I would like too, but it has to be proposed in a way that is fun for him. So, for example, I'm not sure if it's happening, but we were trying to, me and the crew at Front Row, I'm not sure if you guys know them, but the design tournament, we were trying to get him to be involved in the tournament. And I haven't heard back from the team if he's going to be in it or not, or if he's going to be a judge. But he's just he's trying to do his own moves, and he's also trying not to be bogged down with things that aren't fun and or exciting that take him away from what he's trying to accomplish. And I think that's anybody. So I think it would be great, but these are things that we got to like talk about. Things that what would be fun for him so that we can pitch him an idea and he's like, yo, that's totally worth, me coming or doing X, Y, and Z. So that's what on my end I have to think about. Because sadly, well, not even sadly, he's just a busy person, and we, as somebody who wants to take some of his time, we have to figure out what would be worth his time, or anybody's time for that matter. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. We're gonna add a gradient to this. Yeah, because if I show up in somebody's email and I'm just like, hey, the stream stopped? Sweet. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, exactly. So with high-profile people, you got to be very specific on what is that you're offering. How is it going to be of value to them? And sometimes he does do a lot of, he does do a lot of things with creatives, but I don't want to be in that bucket when he thinks of us. Oh, that's just them who just want to ask me questions. Nah, that's not what that's not what we do. We make unique things. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get at, basically. Is that it takes thinking to ask somebody who has very limited time already if they want to do something, and also not be seen, because when we're thought of, again, this goes into like branding and positioning. If they didn't if they thought what we did was boring in the beginning, or the first time they did it, how many more times will we be able to ask them back? I know that's happened to me multiple times where I've been asked to things and they were, pitched to me in a way, and I was just like, oh yeah, sure, gave it a try, and I was like, yo, that's not, that will be the last of that one. So those type of things, they take time, and a lot of thinking to make sure you keep the relationship, and then, yeah. So that's kind of how we have to take that approach. Yeah. So that package that you're talking about is also, a couple things versus, so the first time he did it, I think he was just totally fine with Front Row. The second time he was like, I don't think he did it the second time. Or maybe he did, but he was a little bit more reluctant. And then, and by the way, this I'm not putting words in his mouth. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just saying the conversations that I've heard around us trying to bring him onto that. You know, he's been wanting to be a part of more interesting content, non-boring content. And so if you come at somebody at producing something average when they were like, they don't, when they've strictly said they do not want the average, they're just gonna look at you and be like, I will never answer your email again. So in that respect, what is the term? Your first impressions, even though this is not our first impression, we have been in contact, but we don't want to put the, I guess, the stench in the air that we do when you talk to us. We do the average stuff that you're trying to stay away from, basically. Mike is like, basically, Brandon, you're fine. Just, you've been explaining this 3 hours now. Just do your thing, bye. Much love, Mike. But no, I just wanted to explain that. I also think that's a good, the reason why I was diving into it so much was not necessarily just that example, but I think it's really important for us to remember as well. You know, this is an actual part of a workshop that I'm giving at Dribble in March. And it's important to really think through the people who you want to be in the room with. You have to be aware of what they want, what they don't want, because if you're trying to get some of their time and you don't respect what they've kind of asked for, it's not going to be a good day for anybody. All right, so I'm trying to think here. So that's rotating in the center. I don't necessarily want that to rotate in the center. How can I do this? Annika said, I started learning XD today. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, sandwiches are always a must? Brandon, you could turn down the opacity on the darker end of the clock arm. Wait, who's got sandwiches? If you have sandwiches, I'm there. If I have sandwiches, I'm definitely there as well. All right, this is what I think I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pull this. You know what we're gonna do? I got it. I'm gonna be smart about this. All right, so you guys see how this is rotating in the center, and I don't necessarily like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of hack this. So we're gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna turn this down. So now when I rotate this, it'll be in the center. Hey, look at that. Awesome. But how I've done that is I've kind of faked it. So I've added, I've copied this, I pulled it to the other side, I've turned the opacity down. So now that the center is this knob, and so now I can rotate this like a clock and it be in the center. Man, we smart out here. Well, hit that like button if you haven't already. My goodness, it's delicious. All right, so now this ring, we gotta figure this out. So we have, I believe this might end up just being our mask, possibly. I know there's like a little tutorial that I might need to look at just to like shorten our learning curve real quick. Just need to see it real quick. Excellent says big brain level. Indeed. All right, let me see. So also guys, I wanted to, one thing I think is really interesting. Oh, look at that. Who is that? That's B Groce. Okay. Adobe XD GIF. All right, we're just gonna have to figure this out because what I think we need to do is this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna come over back to this artboard, and I'm gonna try to just make this look as close as possible to this ring that we have here. I'm gonna do object blur. Oh, well, they made that easier. I totally forgot about that. All right, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna push it up like 1, and I'm just gonna make it lighter. Just a little bit. And push that down. And I think if I just continue to blur that circle a little bit more. I guess the first time that I tried this, there was not this blur option. Wow, this is gonna be a really short. How did you go back to the old YouTube layout? I mean, the search. Is there a new one? This is, excuse me. This is the one that I've always had. I mean, this on the side, this is a plugin, if that's what you were curious about. What's going on, Diane? Oop, I didn't even pick the field that we was in today, guys. My goodness. Hold on, let me. I am so trifling. We'll do that after the stream, whatever. But Camilla, I am uncertain about your particular question. So if you could clarify, I would be happy to explain. All right, I'm gonna do one more copy. I'm gonna pull it up just like this. And I'm gonna lighten this even more. What is that? Oh, that's the fill. I am confused. Okay. So I'm gonna. Okay, so we have this. That's that. This one's this one. Alright, I'm gonna come in here. Raise the light a little bit, and I'm gonna push this Alright, I gotta find out the. Hold up. I gotta find the light. What is going on here? Go away, AMD. What is going on? Why? Let's go to my layers real quick. Golden Rose! Glad you could join us. How you doing? Alright, I gotta find which ones are which. Alright, so this is dark, light, and then I want this one to be lighter. Well, actually, I'm gonna delete that very quick. We're just gonna duplicate the light very quick. Copy paste. I'm gonna bring it behind, and we're gonna come in here. Just raise this a little bit. And we're gonna take this lighter and push this just a little up, just like that. All right. Now I can bring this over in here. It's a little dark now. Wow, that looks good, guys. What's my name? Golden and anybody else who just joined, we are, to catch you up on what we're doing, we are creating this sort of animation. Mac Tyler says you got to do a setup tour, my man. Soon. Actually, you guys want me to show you around the office? Is that what you guys want? I mean, I can show you around the office, but it's still under construction. A lot of this place isn't completely built. Maybe in about a month or two, you guys will see a little bit more, and I can give you a full tour. But you know, there's only so much I can show you guys. Groce's over there making some coffee. Groce, are you making California, or are you making the regular roast? What do you mean you don't know? See, this is, guys, this is also why it's a huge initiative. and why we're using the Patreon to update Grocebot so that he can, one, he can actually have a body form. So two, so we can actually bring him on stream, and you guys can actually chat with him. Because I can only hear him through my earpiece. I don't know how to get his voice on here. I have no idea. But soon. Soon. What's going on, Sandy? Show us where you get all that awesome energy from. Coffee. What's going on, Sonny? Yeah, Golden Rose said a plant would be nice. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's go into this lighter piece. I think we need to darken this up a little bit. And we're going to darken this darker piece. And this lighter piece, we're going to darken a little bit more because I feel like... There we go. I didn't even think about solving this like this before, guys. I'm actually pretty happy about this. I'm going to try to blur this out just a little bit more than how we have it right now. This lighter part, maybe I can make this a little bit more opaque. Just messing around with some of these blur settings here, guys. There we go. That's it right there. What? You know what? I bet. Hold up. I guarantee you I just opaqued everything to the point where there was no circle. Yep. I basically was like, I opaqued everything to the point where I was just seeing the thing in the background. I was like, oh yeah, we getting there. Oh yeah. Oh no. And basically, that was not what was going down at all. All right, so let's fix all that. Let's bring all this stuff back up. Excellent says, don't boost his ego, please. Grocebot coming for all our necks. You know what he told me the other day? He said, Brandon, you thought that somebody else made an Instagram. It was I that made the Instagram. And I was like, all right then. So we were all up in arms for nothing. Apparently, he wants to be a regular individual and create an Instagram. I'm not sure how he's going to attempt to do anything with it. But this is what he relayed. This is the information he relayed to me. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Cause we had this in a good spot. Like very early on, and then we moved some stuff. Like this was a good ring, but it was too light. So what I might do is bring this down. Yeah, there we go. This, maybe make it a little bit darker. The inside needs to be dark. So maybe what we do is turn this shadow on. There we go. Alright, so I think this is the... Alright, so we're going to blur this. We're getting close. We're getting close. Now there's this little shape down here, so we have to... Diane says maybe let it be less blurred, then small amount, then grow the blur as it goes out. I agree. So let's try... that blur. We're gonna take Diane's advice.
still think that some of this is a little too light. One of this, I'm going to try this shadow thing here again. Here, I'm going to try to push it towards the bottom. Increase the, here we go. The shadow here. Eric, what's going on, man? Watching from Zimbabwe. Good to have you, man. Glad that you're able to join. Is this the first time that you've been in the Game Changers or in the watching tutorials here on YouTube? Sonny says you should be on Creative Cloud. Well, good sir. I am. I'm joking. Well, not really. I am, for real. But ego aside, I'm glad you think that, my friend. So I think this is looking pretty good. I think the only thing is this looks a lot softer than this. And honestly, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think that I think that this needs to be a little bit darker. It's like right there. And it also could be the background too here, where the light is coming. I will survive. Okay. Let's figure this out, guys. Alright, so the top one is going to make all the ones on the bottom a little bit darker. What happens if I give everything? Like a little bit of a blur. Or more so a shadow. Alright, let me turn all this stuff off. Let's do one thing at a time. So we have this top portion here. Alright, boom. We're going to turn on the bottom portion of that. Alright. Fill. What if we did a linear gradient? And we did at the top. And then we got to figure out, because we have lightness up here. Oh, I got to sneeze. Haseb says add neon effect. My friend, how do we do such a thing? All right, let me see. So this is, what happens if we bring the, all right, so this is the lighter portion, boom, and we're gonna come down here, that's already dark, good. All right, and now, I think we're in a good spot. Now we just need more shadow, or more blur. So let's see, we got boom, boom. All right, I think we're almost there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go back to the darker portion, and I'm going to push down this shadow here. Just like this. Alright. And now, honestly, I think the only thing is... where is this white coming from? It should be reverse. Alright, hold up. Add this to the swatch, add this to the swatch. I'm going to reverse them. See what happens. Dark there, light up top. 9! Alright, let's back it up. Let's back it up. Oh, you guys don't hear the background music? Oh, my bad. Sorry, I had it turned off. I was here thinking the entire time. Thanks, Renan. Ugh. Eric says I always watch offline videos. Well, I'm glad to have you here in the live channel, dude. What happens? Wait, what happens in the shadows? That's a show? All right, let's back up a little bit because I feel like we were fine here. Why did we continue? I'm gonna keep it here because I think that's good. And the only piece that I will do is I'll add this back portion. And I'm going to lighten it up a little bit more. Here. There we go. Turn the blur amount to about right here. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. All right, cool. And we're just gonna name this Ripple. Wait, what happens in the shadow? All right, Sonny, I'll see you on Instagram, man. I'll look out for that DM, my friend. All right, let's see. So now we have, all right, we got about an hour. We're good on time. We spent like 30 minutes like finagling the whatchamacallit, the ripple, but I think this is in a good spot. We have it here. We can definitely spiral it, which is nice. And now for this type. I have no idea what this typography is. So let us go to the internet. What am I supposed to type, guys? Font. I hate 101 font. Bleh. Return to sender. We're not going here. There's only certain places I trust with fonts. All right, let's go to Photoshop real quick. Because Photoshop makes it a little bit easier to check out all the fonts in one place. Haseb says, why don't you make your own design? Haseb, is this not my own design? Let's see. Let me type in, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do, let's just do 9 o'clock. How is this represented? 10:25. All right. And it has an AM at the top. All right, we're gonna change this to dark real quick. This was the font that we were using for the Among Us sort of thing last session. All right, so this is 1, 2. I'm not sure if I feel DeFont, man. I don't really like DeFont. This is option 2. All right, let's find. This could be an interesting one. I'm not sure if it fits, but let's see. Let's just keep scrolling through. Bum, 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 bum. Babus. What do you guys think a good font would be? I'm gonna keep scrolling through here because I know I have some good ones that would fit. Who else does, like, honestly, I don't know names of fonts. I do everything by eye. What about you guys? Do you guys do that, or do you guys know exactly what fonts you would like to use in your designs? Because I only have like maybe 2-3 go-to fonts, which right now are Montserrat, Babus. We could try these. Adobe Capture? What is that? How do I use Adobe Capture? Is it on my phone? Teach me the ways of Adobe Capture. Is it through the phone and it does all that stuff? But why, Jameson? I like it better than how XD has it, because I have to like remember how everything looks in XD, and based on the name, and that is challenging in and of itself. Let me see. Yes, you can capture images, fonts, and make things vector. It's a stiff staff font? Hold up. Let me see. This is an interesting font, but I'm not entirely sure this would be what we use. That actually really is a really cool font. I know what the font kind of is unreliable, especially at this scale. I know it's gonna be like, here you go. It's not gonna give me what I want. I'm gonna watch. What we'll do it together, and you guys will be like, oh, all right, hold on. Let me just add this to pictures. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of trying to say, Jameson. Yeah, I think Babus would probably work. Yeah, let's just roll with Babus, guys. Hold on. If not Babus, let's just use that. All right. We'll figure it out. 9. And we'll pop this to the bold. Bring it up. All right. And we are going to, I'm gonna save this. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm about to make a gradient that has white and gray. So we have this color and this color down here. I'm gonna take these two. What is an orbitron? Y'all are trying to pull out like all these things from otherworldly dimensions, and I'm like, I understand we're basically on another dimension or in another dimension, or I don't necessarily know if this is considered another world or another dimension, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a quick gradient here. First off, let me save these. 1, 2. Ba-na-na, da-na-na. All right, I'm gonna add. Nope. This will be the dark one. I think this is one of Annika's. I think this is Annika's favorite song, or one of them. I think it's a couple of your guys' favorite songs. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna right-click the font or the type, and I'm going to go to path, convert to path, because what I'm gonna do is make this mask with. Nope. I'm gonna bring the text on top so that the gradient is masked within the actual text. You can't do that without having your text actually be a path. Jameson, I can't let this go, but the way that you spell terrible is the way that I would spell terrible. And I had to screenshot it. Okay, that's enough. Well, hold on. We had to save it. Okay, so we have our 9 o'clock. I will go back in here just a little bit to pull this down, just so it's lighter at the top. There you go. Yeah, people on Behance just, you got Mac Tyler saying terrible. Basically, the way I say it is totally spelled that way too. Guys, also remembrance, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button if you guys are enjoying what it is that we are doing and traversing together. How is this said? 12 Jan? What is today? Today is the 19th. What is the month? Is it February? Yes. I don't know how to spell February. Hold up. Everybody pause. Alright, there we go. Ooh, did I spell it? I don't think I spelled it right. Anyway. Is that the pneumorphism effect that you're using? My friend, this is a great question. I have no idea. I think it could be categorized in that fashion. But I am not entirely sure. I think this actually needs to be a little bit bigger. Hold on one second. Make the gradient pop by brightening the white and darkening the blacks. Indeed. We'll get there. We will get there. Alright, but definitely what needs to happen is I need to scale this entire thing up because it is not large enough. Right there. I just used the block basically because I was a little concerned with the size of this. Obviously, it's a totally different font. Just felt like everything was super small. And we're gonna bring this up here. We're gonna just type in AM. Oh, really? It's trending. How can you check it on Google Material? I am uncertain about what you mean. There's questions I am uncertain about to answer. What do you guys, what exactly do you mean how to check it on Google Material? All right, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. All right, I think this kind of works. And now what we need to do is this mess down here. I guess we're gonna do it the same way we kind of did these circles. And we are going to make a box down here. Again, we're just gonna copy just for sizing because this is why we are copying for practice, guys. We wanna get good habits. So we copy the designs that we really like so that when it's up to us to do them, we can do it with ease. All right, so I've duplicated this. I'm gonna bring this back down here. I'm gonna pull this in, just like this, and just in a little bit. Alright, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna center these two. And I'm gonna cut out the center. Just like that. Oh, how can you check the neumorphism effect on Google? I didn't know you could do that. Alright, hold on. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit just to check the sides. I feel like it's a little off. The thickness is probably a little bit more here than it is over here. I can always go in and fix that. There we go. Pull it just a little bit. There. Ah! Nande. Where does it keep going? Alright, so it's a 1 pixel change. Alright, cool. So we have all the even sides. Now we're just going to go ahead and do exactly what we did with our ring here. I'm going to copy this entire thing, this entire ripple, bring it back over. Alright, ring 1. We're going to take this, I'm going to bring it here. It's the same color. I'm going to have a light version. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to make it the same color as this light ring that we have in our circle. Let's copy that. Boom. And I'm going to push it behind the dark. All right. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start messing around with the object blur. Same thing here. Change that from background blur to object blur. Alright, so I'm gonna group these two, copy it. I'm gonna bring this over here just so I can see what it's kind of looking like. Alright. Same thing over here. I'm gonna bring this up. And I'm going to start just messing with it. So I'm gonna click. This one is the darker one. Oop. Yeah, so this one's darker. Turn that back on. This is our lighter. Thanks for using the international date system. Well, I don't know. That's what I learned in French class. Wow. What an answer. Wait, hold on. What was the answer? I don't know, guys. I don't know what was going on. Alright, so we have the lighter, super blurred. The darker one, I don't want to blur that much, but what I will do is I'll add a shadow. I'm going to increase the opacity of that. We're going to push the shadow on the X, or on the Y, we want it to go down because there's shadow in here. And what we will do, I think we need another lighter one. But we're going to pull it to the bottom. And the shadow, I believe, might need to be lighter. We're just going to grab this. We're just going to mess with these settings here. So we have 2 lighters and 1 dark. And we're just trying to match what we kind of have here in this bottom portion here. You got a nice shadow here. You have light here. Hey, what's going on, Fergie? Fergie, we are trying to recreate this masterpiece. Ugh. We have to still do that unlock button. Whew! I need to hit that stretch. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think this is almost there. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna take this and pull it back over here. See what we got. One thing I will do is I want to see where this needs to be. So that's the edge. I'm going to have this right about here then. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue to fix like how this blends into the background. We did a really good job here. And I'm trying to, yeah, it blurs in a little bit more, or blends a little bit better. And this is our slider. Fergie, indeed, it looks pretty fire. And we decided to, I told you guys I would be ready and steady for this Friday. And guys, if you're interested in getting this on top of, if you got just a little tidbit on Instagram, we have been showcasing. Did I even spell it right? Yes. By the way, I love this new guy that I've been following. His 3D artwork is what I aspire to. It's freaking insane. I'll put his stuff in the chat so you guys can check him out. But those are our goals, Adobe Dimension goals. But what we've been doing is putting together these sort of mock-ups for everybody to kind of use in Patreon, or excuse me, to everybody to use within their portfolio. So this is our work just mocked up. We decided we're not only going to give the mock-ups for you guys to learn or reverse engineer what we do during the live streams, but also with the videos that we're making to showcase the awesome design work, we're also going to give that stuff to you guys as well if you're part of the Patreon group, so you can use them. Literally, you just drag and drop your type of work in here, and you have a showcase reel for your work for your portfolio. So you don't, you literally pay $7 for unlimited, as many as we make. Basically, little music videos for your work. So I'm excited about that, rather than just, hey guys, template is up, go get it. I think that's something that's really valuable for you guys' portfolios. Have something cool at the same time. All right, but back to making this look hot. I don't know what our next step is. All right, so I'm just gonna mess with some of our blurs here and even opacities. I think we need more shadow, to be honest with you guys here. There we go. It's a little closer. Sunny, are you a freelancer? Nope. I run a business. I create educational content for design brands. I currently work with Springboard, Adobe, Design Lab, and currently working towards working with the educational systems that also teach design. So, freelancer, no. Let me see. But on top of that, what's more importantly is I just make content, man. I try to break down the coolest design work on the internet for how other designers who are striving to be their best or wanting to learn how these things that are really awesome on the internet are made can come here, figure it out with me. Educational, exactly, Fergie. All right, I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to do the shadow. I honestly think that's probably the best way. And then for this, it's like, nah. This is so challenging. All right, we're gonna do one thing at a time, because this is how we got lost with the other one. So I'm gonna turn off everything but the darker. Okay. We're gonna move the shadow down where it needs to be. What's going on, Samantha? Looking so cool. Much appreciated. All right, so there we go. Now we can add the lighter. It's always much easier to go like step by step. To see like when you add something, what happens. Reduce this a little bit, see what happens. I think there's got to be like 3 layers there. Yeah, boom. And then we're gonna add one more maybe. We need a lighter version. So we got a good dark top, and we need a nice lower version. So I think this one, what we'll do is we'll have some light come in. This is challenging. Hold on. So I don't think we'll blur the object, but what I believe we will do is maybe keep that, but, or maybe, how should we do this? Annika says, are we coming on Chill and Chat today? We can always chill and chat today on Fridays, and we're definitely going to be having some, what's it called? What is it? Among Us time. Today my calendar is stacked. However, I will definitely always try to make it. But 3 o'clock, we're going to be in Chill and Chat. I'll definitely be able to come and say hi real quick, and then I'll be popping in and out between that and maybe like 5 o'clock. However, excellence, man, if you're still here, you definitely can, you guys can get started without me if you would like, but I'm going to try to be in there. But Chill and Chat is always the Friday day. How can I only want this? So let me try. This is like a little bit of a getaway. I'm gonna see if I can do this. So I have this masked shape. Oh yeah, yeah, I was basically saying, what's it called? Sonny, can you not, is the music too, is my mic too low? Oh my god, it kinda is. My bad, guys. Hold on one second. I think I messed that up like last week. Sorry. Oh wait, I'm messing up my music again. Oh Jesus. The mic and the music are like literally right next to each other. So I will pipe this up. Okay, there we go. I think, oh, now we're peaking. We're peaking. But all right, that looks better. That looks better. Okay. Yes, Samantha. We need to have you get some rest. You should not be dying during the week I'm gonna try to fit. Oh, that is interesting. Okay. Delete that. Maybe I can add 2 lighters here. But I need to kind of take this. This is challenging, guys. Because I'm like, we have this. If I blur this, I'm not gonna mess with this. Alright. I think I'm just gonna add one more. Okay. And that should have a lighter version. Actually very confused as to maybe I need 2 darks, but one has like no blur. Yeah! You know what? We're just gonna go to what we had and we're gonna be happy. Alright, that, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna turn this, the blur off, we're gonna reduce the opacity here, so there's some edge there. Alright, I think that's good enough. Okay, now we can do the button. We've got 30 minutes here. We can do the shiny button. I'm gonna pull in all the radius. Yeah, definitely. Man, we have Samantha relaxing. We have Mac's brain is exploding. I'm sorry, guys. But I hope, you know, I hope you guys can like relax this weekend. That's what the weekend is for. We do really hard work, entertaining, fun stuff during the week. And then during the weekend, after a long week of hard work, we relax. We relax. Alright, let me see. Maybe I'll do regular. The O and the L look a little weird. I'm not sure if I'll fix that. Still looks a little bit weird to me, but we will figure out that later. Alright, so this button that we have, we are going to make 2 buttons, so we're going to copy and paste. We're going to do a linear. We're going to pull the white over here, dark over here, and we're going to just make a whole bunch of different points here. Because as you can see, there's like some gray here, some white here, some gray. You know, what we might do is actually this too. I'm gonna try something. So we're gonna do gray, oops, white, gray, white. Maybe instead of radial, maybe we'll do linear, see what happens. I don't really like this. Let's go back to radial. Make it a circle. Oh, so this side and remove this side. Okay. I'm trying to get the kind of like splotches, I guess. Because you have like really dark. This is gonna be interesting. I'm trying to make like a wave. But maybe what we'll do instead. Gosmo design is good stuff. He gets his skull assets from Billie Eilish? Billie Eilish? No! You have a cold, dude? That's no bueno. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to this gradient real quick. This gradient. And I'm gonna try to mess with... See, that's why I don't go outside, though. People are like, oh, don't you want to go outside? I'm like, do you know what's out there? More so, this was not even related to the times that we have right now. This was just me in general. I'm just like, you got people sneezing out there, nastiness. Alright, so we're gonna try to take this and we're gonna mask with shape, but the other way. So we're gonna take these two, we're gonna bring this to the top. We're gonna mask that. And I think what we're gonna do is over here, and then just stretch this out pretty far. I'm gonna stretch this out pretty far too. So I'm gonna start with this. I will need there to be like a good portion of it to be white so that we can start to bring in. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this over here, or let's see. Maybe I can just flip it. There we go. So we start here, and then it just the whatchamacallit, the gradient just flows through like that. Something like that. So we'll see. Yes, Mac, definitely take care. And we're gonna make some of the darkers darker. Not starting here though. We're actually gonna make this light. Darken that up. Darken this up. And we're gonna double. I'm gonna copy that. We're gonna close the mask. We're gonna just paste it. We're gonna push it behind our mask, and we're just gonna make it kind of have like a little bezel. We're gonna make the linear gradient here, and we're gonna pull this down, and I'm gonna push that to be. I'm trying to think. Would it be light here? And then this is dark. I feel like that would be the case. But this light over here has to be a little bit darker. Something like that. Make that a little bit louder. Alright, so we got 20 minutes here. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna grab this, this, and this. Group that. We're gonna bring this here. We're gonna scale it down if we can. Into that's, but we're gonna try to make it seem as if it's sitting in there. I think what I have to do here is, so this is our ripple, this is, I'm trying to find our slider. I'm gonna put the slider on top of, there we go, on top of the button. So it kind of looks like it's sitting in there. All right, and now what we can do, I'm also going to try to see if I can fit the button in a particular layer where it doesn't look like, it looks nested but isn't completely blocked. Let's see if I do this, what happens. So I'm duplicating the darker layer, or I think I moved it up. Yeah, I moved it on top. But I think honestly what I just want to do is just duplicate it. So copy, paste, put this here, and I'm gonna reduce this shadow that I have here just by a little bit. Not sure if that helps. I don't think it does. Hey, what's going on, Dasha? I'm doing great and really happy it's finally Friday. How are you doing? We are doing pretty good. We're chilling here. We're practicing how to really bring this together. This little ripple here. And this, we have about like 20 minutes. And we're closing out here. I'm pretty happy with kind of where we are. I think what we need to do is go inside here and actually make this much more. I have no idea why the gradient thing is down here. So that's kind of what we're attempting to do. So what we are gonna just very quickly do is we're going to move everything in place really quick. And we're just gonna get the ripple going. We'll worry about the button in just a second. So we're gonna start, we're gonna take our ripple and we're just gonna start from 0, which is here. Let me just duplicate this again just in case I mess something up. This is the original. We're gonna scale this down here at like 27 opacity. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna scale it all the way out. And by the way, if you guys are wondering how to make it so that this doesn't happen, probably should have done that first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way back here, delete this. I'm gonna take this, copy paste. I'm gonna take our ripple and I'm going to mask with shape. And I'm gonna take this mask and I'm just gonna, or this rectangle, I'm gonna pull it where I don't want it to, basically where I don't want it to go. So on the outer edges here. And there you go. Perfect. So now when I duplicate this, and I want this ripple to start here at 27%, and then go to here, it will go the full length. You know what? Hold on. I'm missing a piece of the puzzle here. We need 3. Reason being is because when this actually starts, when this ripple happens, hold on. When we get this one, mask, ripple please. Alright. This will be like 100%. And then it will start to go. When it starts to animate, I want it to start to go back to a lower opacity so that the ring actually opaques as it sizes up. So let's just take a look at this. So we're going to prototype. We're going to go artboard, go over. The trigger will be time. We're going to do a delay of like 2 seconds so I can actually like see something happening. The type, we're going to do auto animate, snap, do about 3 seconds. And we're going to just put the arrow over here. It'll remember the timing, except we're going to do 0 delay here because we want it to just go. Oops. Duration 3 seconds. Actually, I don't think this one needs a duration of 3 seconds. I just think it just needs to go. But the delay probably 3. All right, Annika, I'll see you later. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in the Discord later. And then on full rotation, I'm gonna take this. Because it's about to start moving, I'm going to take it for a full 360. So I'll end up basically where it started. So let's take a look where we are. All right, okay. And now what we need to do from a, if you guys saw, the ring was on top of everything basically. So we're gonna take the font here, pull that up. We're gonna take our buttons, make sure everything is on top of our oops. Top of our ripple. Yo, what's good, Kyle? And so we're also going to just wrap it around so it constantly replays. So delay 2 seconds. Let's see what we got. So what might happen, it might end up going reverse, and that's not what we wanted to do, but I think that's what will happen. Oh, it doesn't. Sweet. All right, awesome. And what I think we'll do now is we definitely see that the ring is too dark. So we're gonna go inside of that mask, and we're going to reduce the ripples opacity even more, like to 20. Hey, what's going on, Jess? This is cool. I'm gonna have to rewatch because I came late today. All is good. We have time. We have time. Yeah, but I wanted to do a little bit more. And also, if we check this out, there's one of the circles looks really funky. So as it goes, boom. Yeah, it's a little too slow. I don't know why it's what the delay is. I think we're just gonna set this to 0. Boom. Boom. Yeah. So let's do this. We have 10 minutes. I'm gonna go inside this ripple real quick. And I want to grab this lighter. I'm gonna reduce these opacities to like 60. Let's see what happens here. I think it's the delay also here is what's messing it up. So we're just gonna do 1 second. Alrighty. Alright, so we definitely got that down. And I'm gonna do 2 more things. This darker, we're gonna reduce the opacity to like 60 as well. See what we can do there. Alright, Sonny, take it easy. And what's going on, Elton? Much appreciated. I'm glad you are digging the smoothness. There we go, that looks good. And now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the little transition with our button. So we're gonna move this from one end to the other, just so it kind of shows like a shining. And of course this is gonna need a little bit more rework. We haven't necessarily played with the gradient. Oh yeah, it's bouncing. We don't necessarily want that to bounce on the edge. And it needs to be lighter too. Like for example, what we have in this button, I'm not even clicking on the button. Nope, that is our slider. Where's our button? Here we go. So our slider here. This needs to be lighter over here. Alright, so now let's check this out. There's a little glitch, if you guys can see it. Like this resets and it shouldn't. So that's my only issue. And you know why it does that? It's because I changed the colors of the gradient. So I bet if I copied this rectangle, let me see. Yeah, if I copied rectangle 17 from here, and I went here for rectangle 17, deleted that, brought that in, and just brought it here, I think this will work. Let's try it. I wonder if it's this. Let's see. Delete pool. Nah, still doing it. Trying to figure out why. Yeah, so still some things to play around here with. The particular, I don't know why it shoots back like that. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have 5 minutes here. What I can promise, though, is that this, before it is put on Patreon, it will be 100%ly fixed. Buttons and all. But more importantly, what I think you guys will get out of this is the really cool thing that we put this together with the what I call the music video, the showcase. I think that's more valuable, especially with people putting their portfolios together. You know, we need more ways to showcase our amazing work in a lot cheaper ways. You know, we have things like Envato, UI8, but you have UI kits and mockups that are like $20, $17, $36. What we're offering here on Patreon is you guys, every time we create something, in addition to the mockups, we're getting that. So, and you literally, if $7 each month, you get unlimited access to all of those things that we've created. Not only the mockups, but also the really cool video stuff that we have in there as well. So, with that, sorry we only had like 2 hours to kind of complete this. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's segment. But I have to roll. If you enjoyed what we did here, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe, whether you're on Behance and or YouTube. And gotta ask, Groce bot, can you pull around the car, my good sir? We have to hurry. The meeting is in 5 minutes. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for sticking around, but we gotta speed off. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Do not forget Discord today. We're gonna try to be in there at 3 p.m. EST for chillin' chat, and later today we're gonna get into some Among Us shenanigans. So I'll see you there. Peace, guys. My mouth is so dry. Thanks, Brett, for coming. Thank you, Excellence. Thank you, Kyle, Fergie, Samantha, everybody, Jessica, Mac. I'll see you guys, Annika, in the chat. Peace, guys. So.